I am ready. No, I feel like
we're
you
even.
can see the
Wait.
back. I feel like we need to move. Okay. Hey guys.
Well,
welcome back to my channel. Another video with Mel. I'm hoping we can do more of these.
I'd love to.
So, as if you don't know, she is also a makeup artist. She works with me a ton. She does a lot of weddings with me, takes them on her own, and she's worked for MAC for how long?
I worked for MAC for a little over 3 years.
Yeah, so that's cool. So she has MAC experience, I have Sephora experience, I have Bare Minerals experience. So I worked with Sephora and Bare Minerals, and she was with MAC. I've never worked for MAC, so that's kind of cool. So we both worked as makeup artists for quite some time. Today I figured it would be a super fun video to actually do a favorites video, but favorites that we have in our kit that we cannot live without and that we are always repurchasing and buying for our clients and to always have in our kit. I felt like it would be a cool video because it's not only me, but it's also another makeup artist who has her own favorites and her own things that she uses. So you get kind of the two worlds, I guess you could say. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, then let's get started.
I think it's also pretty cool that you're wearing a makeup look that I did on you, and I'm wearing your makeup that you did on me today too.
Gosh, yes. So the makeup you see on my face today, she did my makeup. That's so funny because we actually filmed a video on that, but sadly we didn't film me doing hers. But yes, she got her makeup done by me. So that's kind of funny because yeah,
we kind of swapped makeup like skills for today.
Yeah, yeah, so that was actually good to mention. I completely forgot. We're not gonna have like each category, like we're not gonna have my favorite foundation, her favorite foundation. It's just items that we have that we like love that first come to mind when we think about, oh my god, what would I repurchase like for my kit. So it's not necessarily like her favorite foundation, my favorite foundation. It's more so what am I going to repurchase again and again that we love. So yeah, so you can go first.
Just generally.
Yeah.
So for my first favorite item, it's the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. I've loved this for years, but they've reformulated it a few times since I first discovered it. I really like it just because it's flawless. It works on oily and dry skin, and it has buildable coverage, so you could use it for medium to coverage or full if you want to build it up more.
You know what, when I worked at Sephora, I actually used this on myself a couple times, but I've never like purchased it. I've never like had it in my kit before.
Did you like it when you used it on yourself?
I did, yeah. But I don't even remember it having like this kind of like packaging. I feel like it was like purple bottle, right? Like,
yep, I remember I had it then too, when it was purple and it had the leaves on it.
yeah. But it's a thicker one though. It's a thicker foundation. Do you feel like you can thin it out?
Yeah, it's more full coverage, but since they've reformulated it a few times, now it's a little bit thinner and it just goes on very velvety.
Good to know. I may have to like try it.
Yep.
So for me, since we're talking about skin, I picked a concealer that I keep repurchasing again and again, like constantly putting it in my kit, is the Nars. It's the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. I hope you can see that. The camera like doesn't focus well when we have like our faces in the frame, but this is what it looks like. I'm sure you guys all have heard of this. It's the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. Mine is in the color Vanilla. Okay, well obviously it doesn't have to be the specific shade, but this concealer in particular I really love. I have two. It's the Shape Tape and the Nars, but if I have to pick one, I would say the Nars, just because you can get full coverage with this, but it's also not like super heavy, and it's not like if somebody has like texture or dryness or like fine lines, I don't feel like bad putting it on because I feel like it doesn't settle as much as, let's say, the Shape Tape concealer.
Yeah,
so
the Shape Tape can get kind of dry sometimes, especially if people have dry skin already.
Yeah, drying, like it can settle into fine lines, but again, like,
but I do like it, so
yeah, like use less, but with this I feel a little bit more comfortable. So Nars in general, I feel like I have so much stuff, but yes, I would have to say the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer is the one that I keep on buying again and again.
So one of my go-to concealers for me is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I love this on all skin types. It's really good for full coverage, and sometimes I've used it to prime eyes too on certain faces. But overall, this is just one of my go-tos for all over. It really does prove the name right with the Pro Longwear Concealer because it lasts people all night, so that's why I like it.
I'll have to second that because I've used that. I have one in my kit, one shade, and I've used that as a primer, and I will say, like, wow, because it sets so fast. It sets so quickly. Like let's say the Nars one is more like radiant, so I think it's best for like under eyes, but with this one, like you can totally use it as an eye primer because it does set like pretty quick, and it is like, you know, has its, it kind of sets on its own almost, but you will still want to powder over, but it does, the eyeshadow goes on amazing over it. I will say that I've used it. So sticking with skin, the next thing I want to show and share is the Hourglass powder. Mine is in the color Ethereal Light. This is what it looks like. Let me just show you inside. So this is the shade. It doesn't have to be this specific one, but it's like this, these powders in general. I just really love them because, as you know, well, I guess you haven't really used Hourglass.
I used to actually, when I was first getting into makeup, I had the Hourglass trio of the setting powders, and I was obsessed with that until I ran out. It's a really great setting powder. It's
really cool. Honestly, I really love them because they're super smoothing. So for somebody who is more mature, or it doesn't even have to be more mature skin, but it gives, like, let's say like a regular powder will like set your face, of course, but this one just gives you more of like a skin-like effect and almost like glowing skin without being glittery or shimmery or anything like that. So that is just a favorite of mine. I'd like to have like at least one kind of shade in my kit. I'll dust it over the face for like more mature clients or even somebody younger, just for more like a youthful glowy look. And I find myself always buying them. And another cool thing is that Hourglass offers pro discounts. So you can get, so you can get 40% off, or 40 or 30, I'm not too sure, but you can get this discounted on their website if you apply for their pro program, which I love, because you can save some money.
So on the setting powder, this is Laura Mercier's translucent powder. It looks like this.
Is it just a regular shade?
This is just the translucent powder from Laura Mercier. I know a lot of people are familiar with this, but this is one of my go-tos, something that I've definitely repurchased and I'll probably keep repurchasing to have in my kit for clients in the future. I feel like this is just a really good go-to translucent powder. I know some powders I've tried, it says they're translucent, but it really doesn't work on all skin tones and types. But this one, I've noticed it really does work on every skin tone and skin type, and it's really good to just blur out any places where people might get more oily or something like that. And yeah, this is just one of my go-tos. I've used it on everybody. You know, they also have like different colors of it too now. They came out, the translucent for different skin tones, like depth, so somebody darker, and I love that product actually too a lot. Yeah, I feel like it's like a staple for anybody. So I agree, it's definitely a staple to have in any pro makeup artist kit. Agree. Okay, since we're talking about face, I'm going to share my favorite blush that I have in my kit that I think I will repurchase again and again and again, and that is the Dior Backstage blush in pink. They only have two. They have the pink one and they have the coral one. So the pink and the coral, I have the pink one currently. I'll probably pick up the coral one just to have, but this is what it looks like, the blush inside. It looks like super neon pink, but guys, she has it on. But keep in mind, I did mix it slightly with the Melba blush from MAC. But this blush is truly so unique. Like, even though she had like a more of like a neutral, like warm eye look on, this blush looked amazing on her. I don't know, I always just like gravitate towards this, and I feel like it looks so beautiful on brides. When I think about a bridal makeup look, I think about this blush, and I feel like it is like just like my holy grail. I always like have it in my kit. I always reach for it. I always use it, whether I'm using it alone or like if I mix it with something else. I'm always leaning towards this blush. I think it's so unique. I think it's a beautiful color, and it's a staple for me personally. Yep, I've definitely seen you just working at weddings using that blush on multiple different brides or different people, and for some reason, to me, I actually thought it changed like based on their skin tone. That's what they say. Exactly, because I've seen you use it on so many different people with different skin tones, and it looks different on everybody, and it looks really nice. It just complements their skin tone. Yeah, that's what they say. It's like supposed to like change, like adapt to like your skin tone or type, but yeah. So on the subject of blushes, one of my favorite go-tos lately has been Tower 28's blush and lip balm. So what I like about this is that it adds color for the cheeks and the lips. It's a cream blush. I've been really into the creams lately because I feel like they just look really natural. And I like that it can match on lips and the cheeks, because I feel like when those two colors are the same, it just kind of brings the whole look together sometimes. So if you can see,
okay, I want to like touch it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's super creamy.
It's super creamy, and if you look at it on the skin,
I want to like cover this. That's what it looks like. It's super natural color. It's almost like a,
yeah, like if you look at it on the skin, it just blends in so nicely.
Look at mine.
Yeah, see, and how it looks kind of different even on both of our skins, because I'm definitely more like pale, more fair tone. So,
but it feels nice. It doesn't feel greasy or anything like that.
Yeah, it feels, when you feel it in the container, it feels kind of greasy, but then when you put it on your skin, it's like super just natural finish.
Yeah, it's like a satin almost, but it's not sticky or anything. That's cool.
Yeah, so I've actually been with this one. I haven't used it on many clients, but I've been using it on myself a lot because I think it's really good for when I'm doing my makeup quick. I'll just pat a few with my finger on my cheek, and then I'll pat it on my lips a little bit, and it just kind of brings the whole look together.
I actually love the Tower 28 lip glosses, like for myself.
That's what I was looking for when I went to look for that. I was looking for the glosses because you told me you liked them, but I just found that the glosses were like all sold out.
Oh, you see, they're like jelly. Oh my god, I love them so much.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of glosses, let's talk about my favorite gloss that's always in my kit, and that is the Nars Super Orgasm Nars lip gloss. I want to swatch it for you guys. This is what the shade looks like, and then dun, 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 let's swatch it. Do you see, like, it's a little bit different than like just the Orgasm. It's the Super Orgasm is a little bit pinky. So if you know what Orgasm looks like, it's more peach.
More pink than regular Orgasm.
Yeah, so the regular Orgasm is a little bit more peachy. This one is more pink, and that's what I love about it. And honestly, like, so I got this as a gift. Funny story, Romina actually got it for me as a gift for my birthday. So she's a hairstylist and one of my really good friends. She got this, so she got Super Orgasm and Orgasm for me for my birthday, and I put them in my kit because I was like, I don't know, I didn't really like care for like glosses. I was like, whatever. But I started layering it over lip combos I do, and holy crap, does it make a difference. It makes such a big difference. It's insane. Like, I'll do like a nude lip and I'll just put this over and it looks unreal. Like, I don't know.
Is that what you put on me too?
Yes.
I noticed that, and that did bring the lip color up, like it bumped up a level. It looks really good.
I was like, wow. So I do this, I use this so often, I can't even tell you, and just like a highly recommended product for me. I just truly love this gloss so much.
So I know it might seem a little basic, but one of my go-tos, I'll always keep this in my kit. Let's see if it focuses.
I think it did.
I'll always keep this in my kit. It's a basic staple, but I feel like it's really good for a lot of makeup artists' kit to just have with them. It's a clear gloss. It's from MAC. It's nice because you don't even just have to use this on the lips. It's just a gloss for all types of looks that you're going for. So you could put it on your eyelid. You could even put it on for some editorial looks. I've put it on people's cheeks before to give them a little bit of a natural glow. And it's just a really good staple to have to put over anything to make it glossy.
You know, it's funny, I think a clear gloss is an absolute statement. I actually have one from Colourpop, but I love the Colourpop one, and the only thing I noticed is that you used that on me today, and I will say the difference between this one and the Colourpop one is that the Colourpop one is a little bit more sticky. So, but I think I like that one. Yeah. Because it's a little bit less sticky, you don't feel as heavy, like it was nice.
Yeah, it's a really light gloss. That's why I think you can put it on like the lid, you could put it on someone's cheekbones or their lips, and it just kind of turns anything into a gloss.
Yeah. Speaking of lips, I have two lip liners to share, and they are both from NYX. They're lip liners from NYX. One is in the color Nude Beige and one is in the color Nude Truffle. I'm gonna swatch them first so you can see the difference.
Ooh, I like that second one.
The darker one is Nude Truffle and the lighter one is Nude Beige. And I think both of these are a staple to have just because the Nude Beige you can use for lighter skin tones and the Nude Truffle you can use for darker skin tones. Nude Beige I used on her earlier today. She like wiped off half of it. But it's more of like a browny, pinky, like mauvey nude. Whereas the Nude Truffle is more for somebody who is a little bit more tan. It's more of like a browny nude, but not like super, super brown. It's more on like the cooler side. But you guys can tell I've used these so much because I have like nothing left of them. They're so short. I think I have like a backup in my kit, I'm pretty sure. But these are so cheap, they're so good, and I think they're a staple because like I said, one is for lighter skin tones, one is for a little bit darker skin tones. I always find myself using them, combining them with like a pinky lip, a peachy lip, a gloss, anything. I think it works so well, and I don't know, I've repurchased them like a ton, so it just like came to mind to share that. So
one of my go-to lip liners.
what is it?
This is Whirl by MAC. It's one of my go-to lip liners. I feel like it looks so good on, here, I'll swatch it on you.
I want to swatch it compared to the ones I picked. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I like that idea. So this one has a little bit of some warmer tones in it.
Yeah, it's more, this is Whirl right here.
Yep. So I like that because it's a pretty neutral nude, but it has a little bit of depth in it and a little bit of warmth. So depending on how light or heavy of a hand I have on it too, it could look darker or lighter,
really
which I like.
Yeah,
exactly. And sometimes I like to put this on as a lip liner because it has a little bit of that natural warmth to it, and then use a more brown toned nude with it, or a little bit more of a cool toned nude, and then it balances each other out.
I have that too, and I do love it.
Yeah, it's a good one to have for many skin tones.
It's really, really good. The next thing I have for your face is the Dior highlighter. I feel like if you know me, you know this is my obsession, love, and everything under the sun. This is what it looks like. It is just a highlight palette with 3 different shades. Again, it's amazing because you get to do it on a bunch of different skin tones. You have the lighter, the more like neutral one, the darker one, and the pinky one. I kind of like run my brush through it all unless someone's like super, super light. I'll do the top 2. It's my second one. I literally had holes in my old one, so it's my second one in my kit. I love it so much. The reason why I like it is because it's not a chunky glitter. It's more of like a smoothing glitter. So if somebody has texture or older skin, it's never going to emphasize it, which is why I use it so often. So, my baby.
I really love that one. Just on me today, and that's the first time I've tried it, and I'm obsessed. Like, I already want to go buy one.
It's just like you're glowing from within.
Yep,
you
exactly.
know?
So one of my staples, long term, one of my staples has been MAC Studio Fix powder. This is the shade that I wear. I'm pretty fair tone, but they have a lot of different shades for different skin tones, which I also really like.
What shade is that?
This one is NC 15, which is one of the lighter shades. It goes all the way up to NW or NC 55 or 58. So they have a large range of different tones for it, which is nice. But I really like this product because I can put it on alone without anything underneath, and I feel like it gives me a lot of full coverage, and it just mattifies everything and kind of blurs all my imperfections together, and it's super easy to just put on over any foundation too if you want a little bit more coverage. So I've tended to use this on a lot of different skin types and tones over the years.
Do you feel like it looks good under the eyes?
Under the eyes, yeah, I put it under my eyes usually if it's just alone, or if I'm just wearing like concealer and powder. I like this for a really go-to easy quick look on somebody, or I'll only pair this over a foundation on a client if they need more coverage. So it definitely has coverage to it. Yeah. It's definitely not just a setting powder, it has coverage to it, like a foundation.
Yeah. The next thing I'm gonna mention is an eyeshadow base. So what I like to use for shadow, for like a primer, is the Paint Lovely Paint Pot by MAC. I hope you can see that there. So this is what it looks like in the back, and then the shade inside is this. So this one is more of like a cooler tone slash like I hope it can focus. Come on. I'm gonna get off from the chair. So this is what it looks like. It's more of like a cooler neutral tone. There's also soft ochre, which is more of like a neutral like yellow undertone. But I prefer the Painterly Paint Pot because I feel like it looks best on like all skin types. Well, I don't know. I think that I have both, but I'll like mix them also. But yeah, it's what I like, and I'll tell you why. Because A, it holds amazing, so your eyeshadow will never crease. But B, like me personally, like I have veins, like I have like more of like a veiny and like red like eyelids, I guess, because my skin is more like thin over there. But for people who have that, this is amazing because it like it covers, what am I trying to say? It covers, basically it covers any like redness.
It lasts really long.
It lasts really long. It conceals any redness, any veins you may have on your eyelids. So it prepares like a smooth, even canvas on your lids before you put any eyeshadow on, which is why I love it. Sometimes you want to like have something like this because you know for sure your eyeshadow will last rather than using like concealer. I'll do both, don't get me wrong, but this is just like a full bulletproof method for me. And yeah, I love it.
This is my next staple. This is Urban Decay's primer. Let's see if it focuses. This is the all-nighter primer.
The dewy one.
Yes, I actually just got this a few weeks ago. It's the Dewy Foundation Grip Primer. I like it a lot because it, like most of their all-nighter primers, it blurs out all pores and it really helps create a long-wearing foundation for the actual foundation. But this one, instead of it being super mattifying, it actually has a lot of glow to it, so it leaves the skin super dewy and mattified, which I know sounds very contradicting.
Oh, it's like contradicting. Clear gel.
Yeah, it's a clear gel. So a lot of them have a tone to it which mattifies the skin, but this one just fills in the pores and leaves the skin looking moisturized, which I really like in comparison to the all mattifying primers.
Not too sticky either.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
It's more of a natural primer.
That's interesting. I've never, actually, maybe I used one all-nighter primer, the mattifying one. Oh, okay. Once it dries down, it is a little bit sticky, but which is like a good thing. I feel like it grips your foundation better.
Yep, exactly.
Cool. Okay, my last thing I want to share with you guys is also my little baby. It is the Visor Matte Neutrals palette. It's 01 Neutrals. It looks like this. Okay, it is a little bit pricey, I'm not gonna lie. It's like $80 for this, but if you're a makeup artist, you get it for $60.
It's not bad.
So these are the shades inside. I have to say they are the most used shades. I always, no matter what eye look I'm doing, I always gravitate towards this. I always start, no matter what I'm doing, no matter what, I always start with this. I always just either use the lighter shades or the brown shades or the cooler brown or the warmer brown. Something from this palette I will use with every single look I do. They blend amazing. They're amazing quality. I just love them. They're like really like go-to shades that I always need. The neutrals one is specifically. I don't own any other Visor palettes, but I feel like this one is the one that I do own and I do use the most, but my plan is to buy more.
I like that.
I want to buy more. Yes, I want to buy more. Yes, I love it so much. Highly recommend. Go get it. You can get it with a pro discount at camerareadycosmetics.com. Yes, and this is, funny enough, her last favorite, but I have to say it's both of our favorites.
Yeah, I think we both agree that we liked it. But the funny thing is, I bought it not even knowing that you really loved it too.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, it's makeup by Mario, which is nice because he's a professional makeup artist already, which I love to support a professional makeup artist brand. But at the same time, I feel like because of that, he really understands the different shades that we need.
I have this in my kit too.
So this is a staple. Yes, this is a staple. I just got it. I just used it on Nina, which is why I have that shade right there that we mixed. But it's exactly, it's such a staple. It has the white and the black, and then it has all of these different shades in there for nudes, berry colors. It's amazing because you could really use this lipstick palette on anybody for any occasion, anywhere. You could make any of these berry colors darker with the black. You could make it more, the reds more cool toned with the blue. you can make it more warm toned with the yellow or lighter with the white, which is really nice, especially for these nudes. I used on her today this nude color and this one with some of the white, and it just made it a little bit lighter, which I'm a big fan of using a darker lip pencil and the lighter lipstick, as you know.
Yeah.
But this is just, I feel like, a staple for a lot of makeup artists everywhere to have in your kit.
I love it. It's honestly so true. You guys, if you're starting out as a makeup artist, I think that is the #1 product that you should invest in. And of course, a couple of lip liners, but that way you don't have to worry about buying a ton of lipsticks. You can literally customize any shade, any shade that you need or want. So definitely a must in my opinion. I do love it, like, a lot.
Yeah.
So that is it, you guys. Those were all the favorites that we had to share with you today. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was helpful for those of you that are just starting out and, you know, looking for some products to invest in, to put into your kit, what to buy, what not to buy. Maybe we should do what not to buy, or maybe we should do what, like come up with like a starter kit, like ideas for those that are just starting out. That'd be super interesting. I feel like these are the videos that I was looking for when I was starting out as a makeup artist.
Yep, me too. I remember looking up what's in your kit videos, and there was only 1 or 2 out there that I could really look at, but it's nice to look at a few different ones and see what different makeup artists think, especially because we're both here and we both have different things that we would have repurchased in the past.
I agree. I think there are a little bit more videos out there, but I mean, not
more
too
than
many.
when we first started.
Yeah, but still not too many. Like, I still totally follow like a few different makeup artists, and I just want to get ideas and like things that you know others like. It's always like good to see, because I mean, you can only try so many things, I feel like.
Yeah.
So yes, I hope that was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.